Well, hello, or should I say buenos dias, and welcome to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. So this week's blog is entitled A Quixotic Endeavor. So I am going to be impersonating Don Quixote again. This is actually sort of a debrief on a case that we've just concluded, a case that I was hoping, to be quite honest with you, we would lose, right? I wanted to lose our motion to dismiss so that we could then appeal it to the Ninth Circuit and ultimately to the Supreme Court. That will not be happening. Apparently, the judge agreed with our motion to dismiss, and the case is now gone. Now, our client, as you can imagine, is quite happy. This is an individual I've talked to you about before in the past. He came to California with a firearm, believing that his CCW permit that he had out of state would be recognized in California. That is not the case. In actuality, the only way for you to get a concealed weapons permit in California is to be a California resident. It was our position, it is our position, that that requirement is a violation of the Second Amendment. In the Bruin decision, Justice Thomas was very clear. The Second Amendment exists outside the home, and there must be some methodology for someone to be able to exercise their Second Amendment rights outside the home. In California, there is no methodology for an out-of-state resident to exercise their Second Amendment rights outside of their temporary domicile when they're visiting California. It just simply, you can't do it. There is no other constitutional right that becomes bifurcated upon traveling across state lines. So what we expected would happen, we would challenge the underlying constitutionality of the law. The judge would disagree with our belief because that's what trial judges do. We would then appeal it to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and begin the process of actually making law. Well, that's not going to happen in this particular case because the judge actually did agree with us and the district attorney refuses to appeal. So that case is done. It was a victory, another one for the law offices of Lieberman and Taormina. Like I said, we've got a happy client, and we'll just have to wait for the next one to come along before we can actually start appealing these things. In any event, definitely read the blog. You can learn all about it. And as always, train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe. Via con Dios, mi amigos.